welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacey Flowers and I am a student of Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University and on a journey to become debt-free. My starting debt is $208,453.27. I am currently working part-time, earning anywhere between $800 and $1,000, and I am on baby step number 1 to save $500. In this video, I am talking about my 2018 financial goals. So if you are interested in learning about what are my goals for 2018 financially, please keep watching. Okay, so I'm very excited to do this video. I get so many questions and comments about what I should be doing, how I should be doing it, what I'm doing wrong, etc. And I invite the commentary. I appreciate the commentary. Part of the reason why I'm doing this publicly is because I want the commentary because it serves as a form of accountability. But something that I believe will serve our community very well is for you to understand what my financial goals are. And I think that what many people in the community are misunderstanding is what my financial plan is versus what my financial goals are. And so my financial plan is to use the Dave Ramsey program, the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University program, which includes 7 baby steps. The first baby step is to save an emergency fund. The second one is to repay 100% of your debt. The tools that you use inside of that plan are the zero-based budget, and there are 4 forms that go along with it. That is my plan. However, inside of my plan, I actually have goals, and those goals, there's actually 4 goals that I have, and those goals are going to help me achieve my ultimate outcome, which is to be 100% debt-free and live by cash. And I just think that it's important as a community that we understand that, because I think some people who are watching this, they think that I'm going to pay that off this year. They think I'm going to pay off $208,000 this year, and so I'm in no way coming on here to say I'm paying that off in 1 year. What I'm coming on here to say is that I'm on this journey and this is what it looks like. So I think clarifying goals will just serve our community very well. So without further ado, what are my 2018 financial goals? So my number 1 financial goal is to restore my financial dignity. And what I mean by financial dignity is that I want to be able to take care of my basic needs and more, but primarily my basic needs. And for those of you who don't know, I talk about this probably in almost every video. In 2017, at the top of the year, I became incredibly sick. I experienced something called nervous exhaustion. This exacerbated a condition that I already had that's called post-traumatic stress disorder. This induced great anxiety, deep depression, and I was incredibly sick and unable to work for majority of the year. And I did not begin work again until September. I didn't actually, and even in September, I did one thing. My primary source of income, my primary work is that I'm a motivational speaker. I did 1 speech in September. But prior to that, I actually didn't begin work until November. So there are 12 months in a year. I worked for 5 weeks out of 2017. That is how sick I was. That for 12 months nearly, I did not work. I only worked for 5 weeks, and when I worked for 5 weeks, I worked part-time. So when I say that I want to restore my financial dignity, what I mean is that I want to be able to cover my tampons, and I also want to be able to pay my own rent. And for a year, I was not able to do that. For a year, I could not buy my own food. I could not get out of bed. I couldn't. There were so many things that I could not do because I was not earning. And that is a difficult thing in general to go through, but it is an incredibly difficult thing to go through when you also have your own company and this company is successful and you earn a crap ton of money in this company. And then suddenly, because you are unable to work, you did not build the proper business systems, and you know, there just were some just life happened and a crisis happened. You were suddenly going from earning and taking very good care of yourself to not being able to get out of bed and pay for your own feminine hygiene products at the beginning of every month. That is a difficult thing to go through. So my number 1 goal for 2018 is just to restore my financial dignity. I need to believe and I need to know that I can cover those things. And sometimes when you guys see me giving myself grades on my budget report cards, my grades are fairly high because I'm measuring it not based on the standard of the checklist of what I should be doing for my age and my race and my gender, but the standard checklist for where my life just was. And where my life just was not in a good place. And I am grateful that I had an earthly angel who took care of all of those expenses for me, and who provided for me, and who just showed up and really took care of me. And it was something that I feel like I needed to learn. I needed to learn how to be taken care of because I've been working since I was like 12 or 13 years old. I've pretty much always been the person in my family providing for my family, my immediate family. And you know, this is the first year that someone actually took care of me completely. And it's beautiful. But there's difficulty in that when you can't contribute. There's difficulty in that. And so my number one financial goal is to just have some financial dignity. And I'm well on my way. I'm very, very close. I'm covering my rent, I'm covering my feminine hygiene products, and I'm moving to, I'm in a better place as a result of that. So my second financial goal for 2018 is to, give me just a minute. Okay, so we're just gonna let this roll, because you know what, guys, I think that, that's just for another conversation. Anyway, so my second financial goal is to save my emergency fund. And according to the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University program, the emergency fund, if you make under $20,000 a year, it is $500. If you make over $20,000 a year, it is $1,000. At this time, I am working part-time. I make anywhere from $800 to $1,000, and I'm earning under $20,000 a year. So my first emergency fund is $500. That is my second financial goal, is to just save $500, which again may not seem like a big deal, may not seem like a lot for most of you out there viewing, but when you financially do not earn for an entire year, and also when your income was so high, with high incomes comes great responsibility. And I have significant debts, I have significant tax, I have significant things that I owe. And getting to a place where, one, I'm restoring my financial dignity and just covering my basic necessities, but then also getting to a place where I can put $500 in my bank account and not touch it because I don't need it. That is a huge milestone in this journey, and that's where I want to be. I don't want to be in a place where every single month I'm going into that $500. No, I want it to be in there as a proper emergency fund. And sort of the way, like, a lot of people who see me, some friends, some family, some strangers, they're just like, Stacey, I mean, you make this much speaking. Why don't you just get up and get back on stage? Why don't you just do one speaking engagement and solve all your financial problems? To which I respond, a lot of people underestimate how difficult mental illness is to manage and ultimately to heal from and to overcome. And what I liken it to, and what I try to explain to people, is that if you found out that I got into a car accident on January 21st, the car accident was so severe that while none of my bones were broken, my brain was damaged in such a way that I went into a coma for 10 months. And I woke up in November. I was in a coma for 9 months, and I woke up in September. And let's say I woke up in September, would the first thing you say to me be, you know what, Stacey, you should get back on stage and make all that money that you're used to making? No, you would be like, oh my gosh, you just woke up from a coma. Take it easy, relax. You would give me time to catch up to my potential and my capacity. I am in no way saying that I'm never going to get back to that earning potential, but I think the urgency that many people have, because you know what I can do, it is the pressure that people place on you to quickly get back in it because they don't get mental illness. It's like, If I could do that, I would do that, but that is not a healthy decision for me right now. I am making healthy decisions based on my mental capacity. And if you think about it, like if I just came out of coma and I was in a bed for 9 months, I wouldn't even know how to walk. I would have to go to physical therapy for them to show me how to use my legs again, for them to restore the muscles in my arms again. And essentially, what I'm doing in pacing myself in this financial journey is restoring my ability to walk and talk and do all these things. Yes, I probably could get on stage. I probably could do all of these things, but the amount of stress that is induced in me doing it is not worth it right now, since I am just coming out of a mental circumstance that was very, very difficult. Nervous exhaustion is not a small issue. PTSD is not a small issue. Anxiety, depression, these are not small issues. And you know, I've faced it, and I'm managing it, and I'm doing it in a way where I am not there. I have no urgency to quickly do this thing. I tried quick, and quick nearly killed me, and I'm never going to do quick again. I'd rather do it right and be paced properly. So again, my second financial goal is to save my emergency fund of $500. My third financial goal is to earn $50,000 net this year. And I want to earn $50,000 again. My income potential, this is a fraction of what I'm capable of earning, but I am not willing to rush in earning something and potentially kill myself. I no longer have the desire to have monetary money things be my primary aim. They never were my primary aim. I think before, money was very much the thing that I was like, if I get the money, it will fix these issues that I have. And what I realize is that that's not what money does, especially if you don't know how to manage it, especially if you don't know how to handle it. It sort of blows up or exacerbates whatever issues already exist within you and within whatever problem it is that you're trying to solve. And so while money is a good thing, and money is a beautiful thing, and money does give you choice, and it gives you a lot of autonomy and power over your life, if you are running with the financial beliefs that I actually truly have, if you are running with the just, you know, residual financial misunderstandings because you just weren't if you were running with the financial blueprint, there we go, if you were running with the financial blueprint that I actually have, it is not, money will do nothing for you. Money did not do for me what I thought it would do for me. And so I attempted the quick path, I attempted the earning six figures, I attempted the all of that, and I got there, and it didn't change as much as I thought it was going to change. And so now, rather than earning, I want to manage, and I want to manage it stress-free. I am unwilling to stress myself out this year to earn anything. I will not. There will be not a single ounce of stress that I experience in what I earn this year. And $50,000 is something that I can earn without stress. And I'll give you sort of a quick numbers breakdown. So if I earn in my part-time job $1,000 a month, that's already $12,000 of the $50,000 that I would need to earn. If I doubled that, that's $24,000 of the $50,000. So just if I doubled my hours at my current part-time job, I could make half of what my financial goal is. So when I think about things like that, that's virtually stress-free for me to know that a doubling of the hours gets me halfway to my goal. Am I going to double my hours? No. And maybe in another video we'll talk about that, but I'm not going to double my hours. I have a different sort of method for filling in the gap for that 50K net. But that's my third financial goal, is to earn 50K stress-free. And that's what I'm doing, and I'm well on my way. So my last goal is, in me earning 50K, I want to take 25,000 of that 50K net, put it on my debt, and then live off of the 25K or less. So in terms of my financial goals, if I am able to pay off $25,000 in the year of 2018, I will be a proud woman. I will be a happy woman. I will be satisfied with that number. And that is what I am attempting to do. And so in me breaking this down, I hope you guys can appreciate the difference between a financial plan, which is the Financial Peace University, and then financial goals. Because these four goals are the milestones that I need to hit so that I can reach my ultimate goal of being debt free. And then as I'm journeying to each milestone, the Dave Ramsey financial plan are the tools that I have in my toolkit so I can get there. So for example, the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace program says, you know, every single month before the month begins, you should do a budget. When I'm doing that, that helps me to restore my financial dignity. Then the program says you should save an emergency fund. That helps me to save my emergency fund. So you see, the plan is the map. The plan is the tools that you have in your sack as you're trying to like scale a mountain. That's a better analogy. So say I'm at the bottom of the mountain. I'm at the bottom of the mountain. And the top of the mountain is 100% debt free, living by cash, earning my full potential, yada, yada, yada. That's the top of the mountain. Right now I'm at the bottom of the mountain. And what I'm doing right now is I'm putting everything in my bag that I'm going to need, because what you need at the bottom of the mountain is different than what you need at the middle and what you need at the top. And right now at the bottom, these 4 financial goals are what I need. I need my financial dignity. I need to save an emergency fund. I need to prioritize that. I need to know how to pay myself first and put a proper emergency fund in place. I need to earn an amount without stressing myself out. And then I need to be able to allocate from that amount at least 50% towards my debt, because where I'm trying to go and who I'm trying to be, this is what suits me. So what I want you to do is, as you're watching this and you're inspired by my journey and you're commenting on, you know, and you're making our community robust, what I really want you guys to do is to be thinking about yourself. And I want you, if you're on the Financial Peace Program plan, I want you to say, yes, that's my plan, but I want you to take some time and say, for 2018, what are my actual goals? Because here's what, like, I know what I'm going to achieve at the end of 2018, but do you know what you're going to achieve? And I specifically encourage you to do just 1 year. It's just like when I'm talking about the vision boards, like people will cast a vision for the next 20, 30 years of their life, when in reality, it's every single year that builds up. And Tony Robbins says, people overestimate what they can do in 10 years and highly underestimate what they can do in just 1 year. So I encourage you, as you are making our community like this amazing space, I encourage you to not just comment, but like get involved, get committed, invest yourself by letting me know in the comments, what are your financial goals? We know what our financial plan is. It is to follow the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University program. But what are your financial goals? Because here's what, at the end of 2018, I will have paid off $25,000. What will you have done?